So it's been like a year since I wore the sweater because, seasons and all the things. And it feels a little tighter now than it did last year. And I am going to go with it shrunk and not that I have put on weight during this whole COVID 2020 thing. So today we are going to be making something that's not soap for the fourth day of 12 Days of Christmas. But before I tell you what that is, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 231 of 365 days of soap, day 4 of 10 of 10 days of thanks, and day 4 of 12 of 12 days of Christmas. So many things just all wrapped up. Yes. So for day 4 of 10 days of thanks, we will be giving away at noon Pacific Standard Time is when the newsletter email will drop. So make sure you are a newsletter subscriber, a beard kit. So we did the beard products, or at least a few of them, back at the beginning of the month for, to kick off No Shave November. So we actually have cool beard kits that have combs and balms and oils and all the awesome things. So that's what we will be giving away today. So definitely check those out and, click and get one for free. That would be awesome. Yes, for day 4 of 12 for 12 days of Christmas, we are making the holiday bath bombs because holiday bath bombs are awesome. And by we, I mean not me. Georgia May is making the bath bombs because she does the bath bomb thing and she does it in awesome, epic ways. So let's go check out what she designed for this year's bath bomb winter thing that will be included in all of the gift sets and all of the things. And let's just go see.
It's the holiday bath bombs! I am so excited for this. This is the greatest time of the year, like across the board. I love the holiday season. I mean, that's not true. I still like it. Like, it's just, there's a lot going on in the holiday season, especially when you have kids and you're running a very busy business, and it gets even busier during all of the things. So I don't like how tired I am all of the time during this time of the year, but I in general love the holiday season, and nothing says bringing in a new season like a new round of bath bombs. And so this one right here is the candy cane bath bomb, which is obs. We've got the pink, we've got the red. It's a candy cane, and that's awesome. The bath bomb itself, all 4 of the bath bombs for the holiday line, they are all made with the same bath bomb recipe, and so it's pretty reasonably a standard batch. It's in each container is 2 cups baking soda, 1/2 cup cornstarch, 1 cup citric acid, sunflower oil, shea butter, Epsom salts at 1/2 cup. The sunflower oil, the shea butter are each at a tablespoon, and a little bit of water to make everything stick together. And that will be the same recipe for all 4 bombs that we do. And when it comes to new bath bombs, especially with, new seasonal bath bombs, for the most part, and I guess it's been this way for several years, actually, I don't make them. Whenever it's time to do new fall bombs, new spring bombs, whatever, I leave that with the Soaprentices. Okay, you guys figure it out. These are the soaps that I've made. Make it make sense. And they do it. with the exception of the Christmas bombs, I have never actually let the Soap and Clay or the Soaprentices design the Christmas bombs. And I don't know why. I've just always, I think it's probably because I have this idea in my head of how like the whole gift set line and everything is gonna go down. And I want it to work, but I'm unable to explain it. And anytime that I've tried, fair point, the Soaprentices sort of just like look at me like, what does it mean? If you want something that's red and white but not red and white, what are you talking about? So I've never actually had the Soaprentices do the holiday line before, and this is Georgia May doing the holiday line. So 2020, everything's crazy, including, you know, me and my ability to relinquish some control, really, which is, it's cool. I'm growing, guys. Be proud of me. And also, it's just I'm very, very busy. So there's that too. This particular bath bomb is the Christmas tree bomb. So this one is getting paired with the Oh Christmas Tree soap that we made. And it's, you know, very exciting. It has a lot of like tree-y scents, but also a little bit of sweet because, I don't know, I found that when I use bath bombs, I would prefer the finish to be a little bit floral, even though in general I tend to dislike floral. But in bath bombs, good, or botanical, or a little bit foodie, just because you're like in the water and smelling the things that should, I don't know, be calming. And for me, like evergreen scents, they're not exactly calming. In fact, they're the opposite. I find them to be very invigorating. So this has a little bit of a sugar dry down on it, so it's not just in your face, super icy cold balsam, evergreen, all the things. And it's delightful. And yeah, no, so Georgia May, I actually gave the Soaprentices this year and said, hey, do the thing. And so these are Georgia May's bombs. And admittedly, I came in to the shop the day after she made these, and I saw the big, you know, baskets of all the bombs that hadn't been wrapped or anything yet that she'd done the day before. And I sent her a message and I was like, I said fancy. And she's like, I'm gonna fancy them. Calm down. Okay. Whew. Good. And, you know, at that moment I realized I don't know why I question Georgia May. She never does anything wrong. So that's, you know, whatever. And so you're going to also get to see the fancy with all of this. But, you know, as I said, I walked in, these are beautiful bath bombs. They really are. They're super beautiful. But I walked in and I was like, well, what's going on with this? Why do they just look like all of the other bombs? And again, I should never underestimate Georgia May. And anytime I do, I'm the first to call myself out and be like, I'm sorry, my bad. Because she's of course going to make these fancy. Because, you know, fancy. And this bath bomb is going to be paired, well, I can't tell you what it's going to be paired with actually because it hasn't been done yet. So, yeah, no, there's no spoilers. But these will set up overnight in order to get nice and firm out of the mold. I always, we take our bath bombs out of the mold immediately and set them aside to dry. A, because we need the molds and we forever never have enough. And two, because I have not found it works well to let your bath bombs dry in any kind of mold, except for silicone, like when you're doing tray molds, that's different. But for the spherical bath bombs, I have not found that it actually works. They stick to the bath bomb mold, be it, you know, the metal bath bomb molds, or the whatever. They stick. It's no fun. I don't like it. You end up getting rid of pock marks. It's not fun. So they sit out overnight out of the molds, and then Georgia May is going to do the fancy on them. You know, right now. And on to the prettying of the bath bombs. And so this was Georgia May's ultimate, like, plan for all of these, right? She wanted to make them all look like ornaments. Like, you know, the round, spherical, awesome ornaments that we put on the tree, the globe ornaments. Does anybody still use those? I didn't for the longest time. And then, I don't know, I got into a weird kick a few years ago, and so now I have just a ton on, which is fun. But yeah, so she is dipping them in a melt and pour, a clear melt and pour that has some, you know, skin safe, body safe, biodegradable glitter in it, which is super awesome and beautiful. And so the end result, the idea is that it will shimmer. That's so pretty. Yeah, sparkles. Because sparkles are fun, and we like that. And so much of, you know, the holiday season is sparkles and tinsel and lights and all of the stuff. And so that's what Georgia May decided to do with the holiday bath bombs. I think we have shown you this. We've shown you this at least once before as far as the dipping into a thing. That was like a shea butter dip for a bath bomb. And this is also similar to what we did with the creamsicle soap back in the summertime. That was soap, not bombs, but that was what we dipped the creamsicles in, was a melt and pour base, a glycerin base, to create the cool melted ice cream effect. And yeah, see, that's beautiful. It's so sparkly and gorgeous. I love that. Now, this is not something that, you know, Georgia at this point is just playing. And so I'm sure what's going through her head right now is whether or not she's going to dip the other side, or whether or not she will feel that they will need 2 dips. And I think ultimately once she's done dipping them all is when she will make the decision on, you know, whether or not that happens. And I mean, just from here, I can tell that those have some really beautiful sparkle on them. So yeah, that's gorgeous. Look at that. That is lovely. I would ship that for sure. And then this is the dipping of the candy cane balm in the same sparkly stuff, and it really stands out beautifully against that red, doesn't it? That was just absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Now, you watch her and her progression with all of this, because this is how we totally just tend to do bath bombs and things kind of in general, and especially when you're working with a melt and pour like this. If you are not scenting your melt and pour, but it's going to be sort of the same sort of theme, just a variation in color, we do, you know, we start with the clear, or, you know, whatever, and then we will add things to the clear as we need to change the color to continue on with what it is that we're doing. And I know that doesn't make any sense right now because we're still just dipping in clear, but you know, it will. It'll all come together soon enough. And I really just should stop talking about the coming together and just ooh and ah over the beauty of the bath bombs as they're getting dipped now, the candy cane bombs, because that's just stunning. And dipping it into the clear melt and pour makes the, you know, the red part darker, and that's beautiful. And it's just, see, that's plenty of shimmer. That's so gorgeous. I am definitely a fan of that for sure. Oh, it's so pretty. I love that. Yep, that's a winner. That's a definite winner for the holiday line for sure. But yeah, now she's gonna dip the Christmas tree ones, and see the melt and pour. It's now no longer clear. It is now gold, because she has put some gold mica into the clear base, and so you've got the shimmer from the mica as well as the shimmer from the biodegradable glitter in there. And so it's like a double whammy of sheen with that, which really matches really well with the Christmas tree soap, because I did the gold mica lines and the gold star on the top, so that's all perfect. And yeah, again, same thing. You know, when you dip the bombs into a clear melt and pour, it makes the colors more vibrant as well. And you're seeing that very much so with the green ones as well as you do with the red. And that's awesome, because that's so shiny and gorgeous. And I love that. You can see the different variations there. It's not just the silver glitter anymore. It also has flecks of gold because of the gold mica that we used for the clear melt and pour. I actually got a message on the, I don't know, on one of the pages or one of the videos about using micas in bath bombs, and whether or not you should do that, because they were under the impression that micas do not color the water. And that has not been my experience. Now, I have played around with all manner of colorants for bath bombs, And so, I mean, years and years ago, I did the lab colors from Brambleberry, which I hated because you're putting too much liquid into a batch of bath bombs. That, I mean, just by nature of the recipe itself, it's kind of like, you know, making tortillas, right? If you get too much moisture into it, well, it's sticky. You're never going to get it off the counter. They don't do their thing well. And if there's not enough moisture, it's dry, and you'll never actually flatten it out into, you know, whatever. And so I didn't like the liquid colorants for that reason. Pigments, sure, you can do pigments. I tend to not, because I don't like my bath bombs super duper dark. So it's very rare that we actually use pigments. And then, you know, oxides and ultramarines. The thing about ultramarines is if you use them, they make your bath bomb smell like sulfur. And it's just the chemical reaction between the ultramarine and the, and the bath bomb. I mean, that's actually true of a couple pigments as well. And there are legitimately bath bomb or micas out there that are not suitable for use in bath bombs, and that's because of, like, they have like green chromium in them, which is the same thing. And I mean, when I say sulfur, I mean like Santa Monica Pier. Like, it smells terrible. No offense to anyone who loves the Santa Monica Pier. I love the Santa Monica Pier. I think it's an awesome place. It's just, it smells. And so, yeah. And so you don't want to do that. And so I ultimately ended up settling on micas. Now for my classes, I take micas and I cut them with cornstarch to allow them to be able to be mixed in easier, which is good. But, and you do get a change in the water, but the change in the water is not super duper dark. So yes, it colors the water, but it doesn't color them to like these crazy, you know, whatever degrees, because that's just not my style as a bath bomb maker. You can get micas to do that, but you're using a lot in order to get that done. So at that point, I'm almost like, you shouldn't even bother using micas. You should just switch to your pigments. But those, or your dyes even, your lakes or your dyes, but those are absolutely gorgeous. I definitely had to slow that down to see all four of them all together. Those look like they are beautiful Christmas ornaments and ready to be put on the Christmas tree. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is day 231 in our 12 Days of Christmas line, the bath bomb segment, and those are amazing. Look at that. I'm excited to put those in gift sets. This is going to be a really fun Christmas season this year for sure. I don't know if these might end up getting their own set just to sell the four of them together. We'll see.
And as usual, Georgia May knocks it out of the park. And those are beautiful bath bombs. I super love the extra shimmer that she put onto them. So they all look like essentially the globe ornaments that you put on your Christmas tree, which is super beautiful. And plus it adds an extra little bit of sparkle to your tub. So I'm definitely here for that. Now, these guys will be available along with all of the Christmas stuff on Small Business Saturday. So day, 13 of 12. So you can pick up any and all of the holiday, stuff there at soapandclay.com. And if you're interested in seeing what else we have in store for 10 Days of Thanks or 12 Days of Christmas, you can totally subscribe to us. Just click the button. That would be cool. I like new subs. They make me happy. You can be part of the Sudzer family, and I would appreciate that. For those of you who are a part of the Sudzer family, thank you so much for joining me for another round. I hope you've been able to participate in the 10 Days of Thanks fun, and you've been able to get some awesome freebies. That would be sweet. And if not, we still have 6 more days, so keep trying. And yeah, thank you for joining me for another round of 365 Days of Soap. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. That is it for me today. I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.